if we ever just wanted to like start recording some shit midway and then throw the intro in a couple minutes later, we could just do that. You know, it's like cold start type of shit.
Look at this, JB's just giving me work. He's like, oh, I'm not fucking doing it. Fuck it, you'll figure it out.
I'm not giving you work. I'm making the work easier for you, bro. I'm like, yeah, man, don't even edit it. Don't even edit it. Just load that shit.
There's your cue.
Here at the WAB, we do intros 4.5 minutes in.
Welcome.
Kind of like like a James Bond movie. We like to start with some action scene, get you hooked.
You said
Hey, I smoked this morning. All right, I'm still coming down.
I haven't yet. I'm trying to pull my JB. You know, let me wait for my boys. Let me be respectful. let me get a session in with the WAB boys.
Yeah, I'm on the same wave, man.
Well, you guys know I can't do that because then I won't be engaged. I'll just be sitting here, just quiet and shit.
If I toke before, I'm just gonna be like this. Yo, yesterday, the liquor store near me opened up, and I freaking stocked up. I got like a Magnum of Jack Daniels,
nice.
A Magnum of Hendrix.
Why were they closed?
They're closed for the whole time. Leisures. Makes no sense, right? That's what I said. They were closed. And
that was just a personal decision, I would assume.
Yeah, why wouldn't they want to make money? But yeah, I guess so.
They were probably just, I mean, I don't know. Because all the liquor stores that I know are open. Maybe they just closed because they were racist white people that owned a liquor store in the middle of Flushing. And we're like, yeah, I'm gonna take a month off.
Asians own it, bro.
Leisures?
Yeah, bro.
Last time I was there, it was some fucking old Italian dude, but that was years ago.
And the Asian dude. I think that they might be partners, but I'm pretty sure Asians own it.
There was an Asian dude that used to always be in there on like a regular basis with the old dude.
Yeah.
Because I remember that old fucking Italian dude always in there. But whatever. That used to be the spot, yo. They got the cheapest liquor out there.
Hell yeah, my friend who owns a liquor store as well as friends, and he says they have a good stock.
Yeah. My dad used to go all the way from here, close to Long Island, all the way to Flushing just to hit Leisures. I mean, he also was like, I guess I'll pick up the kids from school on the way. But it was mainly
the kids.
Yeah. We were secondary directive.
Make sure you seatbelt the bottles.
Pops just sees like RoboCop vision for liquor. Primary directive. Get Seagram 7-0. Secondary directive. Pick up children from secondary. But what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the WAB, the show where every week OTG emails me and Al about ways to get bigger and better, and we just fucking get high and make fun of those when he's not around. Al does a really good Omar voice.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Was it ASMR when they have the voice? Hello, welcome to the WAB. I'm OTG, and here we're going to show you how to have fun with your friends. First, pick up your headphone. That feels good.
It sounds like we're painting trees.
Oh, that's just a little mistake. No big deal. Let's give him a little friend.
Just a little friend.
Well, this week, your boy Al finally joined the PSN network. Thank you, OTG, for blessing me with the PlayStation Network for a year.
I told you. I think it was like episode 5 or 6. I was like, yo, I'll get you PlayStation Network.
I totally forgot that, bro. And then you send it to me. I'm just like, here. I was like, oh my god, my man, thank you. If only I could figure out how to redeem this.
Can we just make this our sensor look? We'll just put it backwards over like a box.
Yo, what you gotta do is take a picture of just that backwards.
Done. We gotta figure out how to do it towards the screen like Batman. But yeah, man, within a day I got a free PS4. Thank you to my other boy.
Shout out to
Shout out to Chester Cogsworth. Chester, if you're listening, I know you're not.
Thank you, Chester.
I can never tell if Al's like the names of people he knows. He's got such an array of people. I never know if he's making up like an alias for them, or if that's actually dude's name.
That's his alias. I'm not even. I didn't even make. I wish I could make that name up. That was an excellent name. I got 2 controllers from my boy. One from Johnny, one from Chester as well. Thank you. I got 2 games I'll probably never play. What is this? Blood Rain, and Diablo 3 and Bloodborne.
Fuck Bloodborne. You should be playing Diablo 3 right now. Right? Podcast is over.
I played Diablo, the ones on the computer back in the day, but not like this. You play that with the Cow King and Wind Force?
Yeah. Give me a second. Sorry.
What's the Cow King?
Like this secret stage where you have to get in with a warp hole, and then like there's a Cow King that you gotta kill along with his whole army.
Damn.
It's a pretty violent game. It sounds childish, but like it's about like I don't know, crazy stuff. Diablo. Yeah. It's not first person. It's like one of those third persons that you have moves and stuff. Like work.
My bad, bro. I had to focus for a second there.
Yeah, okay.
Motherfucker got priorities out here, yo.
It's too late.
Does this guy have a perfectly lined up umbrella?
Bro, at first I didn't know what that was. I thought it was like a part of like a robe or something hanging down, or a scarf, or maybe his leggings.
That's just a perfectly placed umbrella.
Oh my god, that's probably his like reusable condom he's always talking about having.
Huge. With a sword. No,
no umbrella.
We would have never guessed that. That's crazy. That's hilarious.
Whose sword is that?
Jon Snow, bitch.
Yep.
No, I don't watch and never have watched.
Yeah.
I've watched 2 episodes. When the little guy slaps the King Joffrey, and I watch when the Aladdin guy beats up the giant, and then he gets his eyes poked out.
Ah, spoilers.
Wow. Those are 2, like, that's the first episode, and like, oh my god.
That's all I've watched. Not bad episodes. Not bad episodes at all.
No, the whole show is so good.
Except for the last season.
The last 2 seasons. If you watch everything, through the 6th season, it's amazing. And then just say to yourself, the show everybody died. All the actors died. We couldn't do the show anymore. Just pretend that. Pretend that.
Light him if you got him.
Gotta get I'll just take a 10 hit.
Living up to the name of the show.
WAB.
Yo, bro, it's nice to have you in the online regimen now. Al, on the Call of Duty, you're in the
WABx.
You're in xWABx, you know? It's Wakanda.
Actually, it's about time that one of the founding members of WAB be part of his own regimen.
WABconda forever.
WABconda forever.
Yo, we're running it, yo. I'm getting better.
This game's good. This game's fun to get better at.
It's just so many guns.
The game is definitely much better when you have people you know playing with you, like in the reg. Because
do you guys switch up guns just to level up all the time?
Dude,
I stick with one main.
I'm getting
shit out.
I'm getting achievements on every weapon I can, dude. Like the guns that you see me, the 2 guns you see me use are what I'm using now. The moment I make those gold, I'm done with those. What other weapons?
Yeah. Omar just runs with stuff to bling him out. He's just trying to get gold everything.
Yeah.
I just used the M4 and now I'm up to like XRK M4. That's what it is.
Nice. Oh, you got the armory. They give you like a preset.
Yeah, what is that?
So when you use your weapons, you get a couple of different options. You have your basic weapon that you get to pick in your primary and your secondary weapon and all. But then you can go to the right, and that's like where you can customize the weapon. And there's 2 choices for customizing. You can go to the gunsmith, which lets you pick and choose which attachments you want to put on and customize it.
That's what I do. The multiple circles, you can only have 5 of them, right?
Yep.
Right. And then there's also sometimes to the right of it a box called Armory that'll take you to your armory. So if you unlock a certain weapon that's got a preset to it with like maybe 2, 3, 4 attachments to it, and they call it a special type, then they'll have that ready for you to go, and you just have to click that from your armory. But sometimes the armory guns only have maybe 2 attachments or 3.
Which ones do you run with? Because I definitely use FMJ for the perk, because that's like stronger bullets.
Okay, I never use that.
Oh, you don't gotta worry about killing people easier. It's hardcore we're playing, so one bullet normally kills everybody.
And you can put there's an extra thing now you get, which is called your field upgrade, and you can put stopping power rounds in there. So if you're worried about having a little more power, you can just put those in. So like I think it recharges like a certain amount of time, like every minute or 2 minutes or whatever, you'll be able to get stopping power rounds.
Okay. What else do you run with? Do you run with Do you run with laser or the holographic optic?
Neither.
Neither? You use like grip and all those other things?
Yeah, I go for everything I go for on my gun is either to make it a stronger bullet. That's like one way. But my main thing is quicker down sight. Everything I want to put on is
I want that.
Yeah,
I want
so
that.
Everything you want for that, so that when me and another dude run around the corner, because I like to rush, so that when I aim, my aim is just a second quicker than his for the bullet. So I run with the rear grip tape that does aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. I'll put on any underbarrel that might say aim down sight speed is faster. I'll put down any barrels that say aim down sight.
It's a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
I was trying to do it in between all those loadouts. Every time we were playing, I'm like, damn, I never have time to do this. I was just trying to do it.
It's so annoying in between. Like, you have to actually sit there for an hour one day and just set your shit up, just so you can look through all the combinations of up and downs, all the pros and cons.
Another really good way to get comfortable with different weapons is playing gun game.
That's Omar's favorite.
What's that?
Gun game, it's a free for all. And what you're doing is everybody starts out with the same shitty pistol, and every time you kill somebody, you move on to the next weapon. So it's usually like a pistol, a shotgun, some sort of automatic assault rifle, or not assault rifle. It's a submachine gun.
So pretty much you're going to be able to get a kill with each gun before moving on to another gun. But all of those kills you get on those guns count towards upgrading all of those different guns in your own personal armory. So even without picking and choosing which gun to use, you can just play that all day, and you'll upgrade a ton of different guns.
Yeah, I noticed that. I just played M4.
The only reason I like that is because there's guns that I'll never choose to play with.
Exactly.
And in gun game, at least, it forces me to use it, and I upgrade and unlock stuff for them, just in case maybe you come over and want to play and use that gun or whatever, you know?
Yep. Also, I see the benefit as it's training, because you're stuck with that pistol so often, like, because you started with the pistol, and sometimes you'll be like 10 kills deep and you're still with the pistol. It gets you comfortable with like pulling that trigger and still having the good aim. So when you move back to like an assault rifle, you have a little more control with that as well.
Yeah, when I use the pistol, my aim is on sight. Like, I do better when I just run with a pistol than when I do with an assault rifle, for the most part. One, because it forces me to have to let less shots off, just not to just fucking spray a wall, you know? I get 9 to a clip, 10 to a clip. You know, each guy's getting 2 shots sent at him. That's it. You know, and either I die or I miss and run away.
Dude, that Odin, if you treat that Odin like a heavy pistol, you're just running around, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, but the downside to that one, the Odin is a super slow down sight.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's a very heavy gun. So the heavier guns are super slow when you're running and you want to, you know, it takes that extra like, oh, why isn't he just fucking down sight yet, you know? That's why I like to.
It's not a rusher's gun.
Yeah, I run with the MP5.
Get around corners.
Like right now, I'm running with a M13 as my primary, and an MP5 as my secondary. And anytime I'm outside and I want to shoot somebody that might be like from distance or whatever, I use the M13, and I have a little red dot on that actually for distance. And then as soon as I go inside any buildings, I switch to my M5. That's my indoor combat shit, you know?
That's smart.
No sides in that bitch. And then
no weakness.
Whatever my secondary is that I'm running for like indoor combat, if it's a SMG or whatever, I'll usually pick something also that has more accurate hip fire. That way, in case I'm just rushing through a door and another dude's rushing out the door, I can just spray without having to zoom in, and it'll give me a better chance of hitting him.
I like doing the hip fire when you're running. You don't have time to zoom in. Like I've learned that you're supposed to look with your right stick first, aim with your right stick first, and then zoom in. Not zoom in, then do it.
So there's something called centering, which pretty much means that when you don't zoom in and you just have your regular, when you're just looking, there's a tiny little white dot. That's like your hip fire dot. So centering is pretty much practicing to make sure that every time you're moving, no matter where you're moving,
center of your screen.
That dot is always at the center of your screen.
But have you noticed we haven't been using that because in hardcore that doesn't show up?
Right, but basically it's the same principle where even though the dot's not there, you just want to make sure that the center of your screen is centered every time you're turning a corner.
That's where you're aiming.
Turning a corner. Like if I'm running out this corner, I don't want to be looking over there. Meanwhile, like field of vision's to my left. You want to be coming around with that center already over there, so that if you need to zoom in,
they'll be there.
The aim assist is going to automatically help you to zoom in on that guy. As long as your center is like within a certain percentage around that dude, as soon as you aim down sight, even if you're off by a little bit, that aim assist is going to help you, bro. Trust. If he's doing the same thing but not centered,
right?
It's pretty much like that type of a math here. That's why you see these motherfuckers that are playing with like computers get like 40, 60, 100 kills, because like most of them are on that level of like they've broken it down to the math. Like they know like, all right, what's the better percentage of me versus a guy in the open field? What if he's behind cover and I'm not? What if I'm inside and he's outside? What if I'm crouched and he's...
What the fuck?
Bro, dude, there's a new thing now where people have figured out a way to move faster, where it's like a combination of tactical sprint, which is like double tap the stick, tactical sprint, then they slide, and then they jump out of the slide. And apparently it's supposed to be a quicker way to move across the map running in like ground war and Warzone. So like dudes that are covering distances now, you'll see them just like run, slide, jump, run, slide, jump, run, slide, jump. And that's apparently faster than just the full on run.
Run, slide, jump.
Yeah, but it's like that shit that's like, these motherfuckers are willing to do that entire combination of that
to go in
over and over and over for this entire field in order to just like beat me. And I'm over here like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna hold sprint, I'm gonna smoke my blunt, and I'm gonna try to be behind some cover. Like, it ain't worth it to me for that. But that's why I suck in ground war and in Warzone.
Well, we also don't spend any time playing that shit. It's a lot more of like, let's figure out where we're going. Exactly. Let's figure out what we're doing.
I'm down to keep on trying.
You're doing that.
Because that's really how we put us on the web. It's the whole web.
Warzone is a lot of fun, and we should definitely learn how to play it because they had some event or whatever where they were interviewing like Activision people and like Call of Duty people, like dudes that work in up top or whatever. I don't know none of these fucking positions, bro. Some video game motherfucker.
A video game executive.
Some Call of Duty exec dude. And pretty much they were asking him like, is Warzone gonna just be a one and done for this Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Because if you notice, they released Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and then after that they did that upgrade where they released Call of Duty Warzone, and they added in the Warzone aspect of it, which is that battle royale online kind of like PUBG thing,
which is free
Fortnite thing, which is great, but it was released under a separate name. And you can also buy the Warzone pack separate, and you can play Warzone from your phone. There's a mobile version of that where you can play Warzone, but you can't play like the multiplayers or anything. You can just play Warzone.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a separation where people were curious of, is Warzone gonna transcend to the next version of Call of Duty also, or is it gonna be done after this? Or are they gonna keep this and support it but not, revamp it into the new versions? And pretty much
likely gonna be separate, yeah.
Well, pretty much what they were saying is that Warzone is pretty much like something that they're trying to lean on. It's going to be a staple going forward.
Yeah.
And most likely it's going to be like when they do the new Call of Duty, whatever it is, whether it be Black Ops or this or that, they're going to probably do an upgraded Warzone, or they're going to just continue support with this and patch it into that. So it's going to be around.
That's really interesting. I know
Fortnite.
I know Warzone.
Keep it and then just update it with whatever the new game has. They might update those maps and guns and stuff into that and have it like that.
So no, I know Warzone is, if you don't have Call of Duty, Warzone's free, which is awesome. That's their response to Fortnite. And things like that are great because people are spending money on like in-game purchases, which I think is one of the most intelligent things that you could do, is you give a product for free that people love, and if you want to get some upgrades, you got to pay for the upgrades. Like, it's brilliant.
South Park.
So
that's interesting. That's interesting because there's a whole battle kind of going on right now in the video game world, because that's the epitome of capitalism right there. You know, you put out a product and then there's like more things that you can spend money on to get that are better for it, for whatever. But we gave a free version of it, right? But there's also the downside to that, where that's fine for anything that's being produced and given to adults of 18 or older. But you got to remember, with video games, there's tons of kids under 18 that are playing, and now you're exposing kids that are under 18 to a type of exploitation system where they're stuck with shitty stuff unless they pay for this, and they don't have money on their own way. So it's pretty much the thing where the kids either put pressure on their parents, who maybe can't afford to be spending money on something like that, and now, you know, you've got a kid that's, you know, a parent spending money on something like that, or you've got the kids, and this is where it's like really the problem. You have kids that are so adamant about having a stupid fucking skin, like, I gotta look like this, or my gun has to be pink, or whatever it is, that they're stealing their parents' credit cards and then just like buying all these things. Like, some kids spend like thousands of dollars on his mom's credit card, and then there was like the whole thing of like, you know, is that legit? Do they get a there was like a whole thing about that, and that was like just that was like the more extreme case, but that happens like all over, where tons of kids are, you know, stealing their parents' credit cards and spending money on this stuff for in-game purchases. There's a whole battle right now about should in-game purchases even be allowed, because of the fact that it's advertised to kids underage. You know, you and me, like, it's like, oh, fine, whatever, like, I can buy $10 of this. But all those little kids in the Midwest that are stealing their parents' credit cards in order to get a fucking mask, you know? And that's just Call of Duty.
But that's a whole other issue unto itself, man.
War of Clans, or what was that thing?
Clash of Clans?
Clash of Clans. That was another one where kids were spending mad money to not wait. They just kept spending every day in order to like be better and better at that game.
Right.
And that ain't their money.
Yeah, hold on one second. My dog is like bugging out.
It's interesting though, man. It's a brilliant way of marketing.
Oh yeah, genius.
But it's also like uncovering something about us.
Bro, it's kind of like you can cut this down all the way back to the basics. Like, you can take this all the way to the beginning. This is just the newest version of it. Think about like a grocery store, right? You're going to the grocery store for groceries, and they have like an aisle that's also for like snacks and candy, right? But they know for the majority people are coming there for groceries. So what do they do with all those like candies and snacks and bullshits? They stick them right at the fucking cash register, so that there's like cheap little gums and candies and things. Yep. Also, that either you get sucked in for one or your kids get you to buy them one. But it's just an additional purchase that you did not intend to spend. But once you came in the door, we sold you this on the way out. And that's kind of like now the in-app purchases. It's the same thing. It's like, we got you in the door with Warzone, but now on your way out, hey, pay for this mask, pay for that, you know? So this has always been around. So and it's always, and even with that analogy, it's kind of always been to exploit the kid aspect of it at their parents' expense. But this is just the newest version of it.
Where toys exist, and it's why they make toys with like different things for the toys and different accessories for the same toys and different this for the toys and that for the toys. Like, dude, that's like why movies are made. Movies are made to sell toys.
Yep.
That was only Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not like every movie.
No.
They don't make Titanic to sell toys.
Every kids movie.
Not Titanic.
Okay, kids.
Any movie aimed at kids.
It's to sell toys.
Any movie, but
it's to sell toys.
Sometimes they just make a movie and then they think like, all right, toys would sell well. Not the other way. Not every time it's the other way.
He gives everybody the benefit of the doubt, man. It's so hilarious. Like, no, these guys are just trying to provide these children with a great movie experience. That's it.
That's not why Disney invests millions in these movies.
Look, like Pokemon came out, and that was just for the anime. And then
are you retarded? Have you never seen Pokemon cards that every American kid had to have?
Pokemon came out to sell games. Pokemon came out to sell games. The cards?
No game getting.
What are you talking about? The game came out first.
The game came out before the series?
Yeah.
Oh, mic drop, motherfucker.
No. The Game Boy game came out before the series? No way.
Okay, I'm about to look it up. Research time.
Look it up.
Bro, all those kids things are for toys, man. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is just the one that you've probably seen a really in-depth look where someone exposed how crazy. That was like one of the ones where they were like at the top of it. They were just wringing the cash out of every kid they could, every toy line they could, every version of an enemy. We saw the thing we were watching, making all the bullshit fucking villains. The worst villain rogue ever.
The movie came out in 97. The game came out in 96.
Oh, you're not talking about the show, the movie.
I'm sorry, the show. That's what I meant to say.
The show came out before that. That's 97. What I'm saying. Like,
no, it came out in 97, dude.
And the game came out in 96?
Yeah.
You're saying
that's just
show?
Here. That's just here. Right? Are we talking about original or are we talking about like...
That's a good question.
Yeah, like a long time ago. It's from
are you guys talking about just the American? Are we talking about just the American version of it or are we talking about the original version of it? Because wasn't there a version in Asia somewhere originally before it came here?
Pocket Monster, that's what it is.
And now when that came out there, was there also a game that went with it?
No. That's why I was like, what? And then it came.
That's what I'm asking. Like over there originally.
Then they made a game.
Did they have a game?
No, it was Pokemon. Let me see. I'm looking up right now.
So then let me ask you, Al. So then let me ask you this then. So then when the game was brought and made into an American version for American kids and audiences, they made a game first and then a show.
A game first and then a show?
Yeah, I think capitalistic, so we're saying like in America, where it's capitalist America, for kids, they're making it so they can sell the toys.
Probably. Sell it to them like drugs.
In America, all over the world. Japan does the same thing.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with that. They're doing it for money.
Nah, but like overseas and whatnot, like other countries, you can't, like you don't think that they would have also a toy that we would put making the money of it second to maybe like some sort of a propaganda or country type of moral compass. Like here they don't do that. Here it's just whatever. Sell it and make it. We don't care.
Yeah, Pokemon premiered in Tokyo in April.
You're right about the Pokemon.
97.
I think it did come out as a pair of video games originally for Game Boy and published by Nintendo in 96. It soon became a media mix franchise adapted into various different media, and then it became something crazy. So it might have been the game first.
Yo, if anybody at home knows for sure or remembers being into the Pokemon back in the day, hit us up in the comments and let us know who's right and who's wrong.
I just remember
it was released February 27th, 96 in Japan.
Yeah, I see that now. The Pocket Monsters red and green.
Right, if you're going to say in Japan, you have to say in Japan.
Japan. Overnight pots from Japan.
Japan.
I said a 9-second car, man. Not a 90-second car.
Yo, y'all see that video of Machine Gun Kelly in quarantine quoting Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
Nobody likes tuna fish here.
I do. Nobody does.
I do.
Yeah, you go yourself to Burger King and get yourself a deal for $2.95.
Classic.
Damn.
Yo.
Don't worry, the WAB will come up with some stuff like that. This is Brazil.
The other day, we were talking about Al's freaking Call of Duty. He had a little trouble getting online the other day, and he hit me up because he was like, yeah, I don't understand why, like, his internet's taking, like, forever. Like, it was telling me he had, like, 8 hours of downloads or something ridiculous. So he's like, yeah, like, I got it, whatever, plugged in and everything, Ethernet, no Wi-Fi. And I'm like, did you restart your router? And he's like, yeah, I restarted my router. And then he's like, asked me, he's like, yo, I put it in the port, but like, does your router have like the sticker on the back that says like insert computer, cable, router, everything here, and it points to that slot? And I was like, nah, there's like the white slot, and then there's the other slots. He's like, yeah, I have slots. He's like, I gotta put in the LAN cable. And I was like, yeah, you put it in like one of the 4. He's like, what 4? He never peeled the sticker off, right?
No, show us the sticker. Show us the sticker, bro.
That covers the 4 LAN cables, bro.
It's so like, please read before.
Back it up a little.
Oh, it's because your background's blurry.
Back it up.
Unblur the background.
Please read.
He thought that was a sticker pointing at the LAN cable.
But it was actually a sticker covering all 4 ports. 4!
Amazing.
Hold on. My man had the shit plugged in and was like, yeah, I got it plugged in the LAN cable. And then he finally looks and it's like, he's got it plugged in the WAN cable. So I'm like, yo, did this motherfucker really think that was the LAN cable? Like, is this a language barrier thing here? Like, does he even know that we're on the WAB? Does he think that the show is called the Lab Podcast?
Yo, for some reason, that sticker was just like a big arrow, and I just saw it pointing to that, you know? So I was like, all right, I guess plug into there. Never paid attention fully.
That's amazing.
But once I plugged it in, it was like, 40 minutes to download. 30 minutes to download.
Once he got it in the LAN cable port.
4 of them. There's 4 yellow ones.
4 of them.
Yo, why put this sticker, man?
To keep from shit falling in there, because it's just like little pieces of metal in there.
That shit had me cracking up, bro. This motherfucker probably thinks we're on the lab.
We in the lab.
Podcast 420.
We in the lab experimenting.
Surprisingly, I was able to help him with that because he was hitting me up and I'm just like, did you unplug it? He's like, yeah. I'm like, did you try to hit it?
No, I knew that you had a FiOS router just like me.
Yeah.
So you would be plugging into exactly the thing that I need to. So I was just like, that was the last part that I had to check. I was like, maybe it's something with my router. Then that's when I called you. And I was like, oh, sticker. That was like the second time I ever looked in the back of the router where I plugged. Because the first time I looked at it, just like quickly read that, glance over that, and then I see the arrow, plug it in and be like, why does it not work?
Yo, I ended up actually getting myself a splitter finally.
For your what, router?
Well, yeah, because I got the router. Well, I just don't have a long enough cable, Ethernet cable, to reach my PlayStation from all the way downstairs. And I'm not trying to drill holes through the fucking ceiling and floor and shit right now. Yeah. So I was like, I'll just get a splitter so I could run an extra cord. I'll run the router to this and then run the 2 cords off of this in the room. But yeah, it's pretty much, I don't know. But I didn't hook it up because I don't know how the fuck this shit works.
Have you ever thought of like a power line extender? So like for example, I have it's like 2 things that go into the wall outlet and they send the internet through your house power lines. So one of them I have connected into the wall like next to my router, connected hard to the router, and then on the other wall I have the other one connected to my computer. So essentially the internet, because my desktop doesn't have Wi-Fi on it, so it runs through the power lines, through that to the computer.
Hold up. Your internet runs through your power lines to your computer?
Basically.
So your computer is plugged in with its power cord into the outlet? And then is there an additional cord you have to do? Or does the internet run through that?
It's this little block that connects into the outlet, and then there's an Ethernet port in that, and that connects to the computer.
So there's another plug.
So it's still a wired connection, it's just not direct wired, because my computer's not hooked up directly to my Wi-Fi.
How does that run through your power cords?
I don't know. It doesn't work everywhere in the house, so it's fine in the bedroom.
That just
my living
sounds so sketchy. Like, does it work on older power cords or only newer power lines? Like, if I hook that up, would I like start a fire? If I have older lines.
I don't think it would be that kind of a current or anything like that. I think it's just sending the signal over there because it's just fucking ones and zeros.
That's just the next level of them trying to surround us with 5G, bro. Your own home.
It's not
all the power lines.
It's not 5G.
Emitting 5G, not yet. Soon.
The waves.
Just wait, bro. Just wait. We're still early on in V for Vendetta. We've still got a little bit more of the beginning news stuff to happen before we get to like finished product. It's coming.
Or someone puts out a video.
Where's my aluminum foil hat, bro?
Let's make it pop up in the screen.
Word. Bing. Put my hat on and shit. You know they're gonna start tracing us, right? Contact tracing's coming. They want you to download an app or some shit on your phone so that they can track everyone's movements in order to try to help track the spread of the flu. Not the flu, sorry, the coronavirus.
They can already track you if they want to.
They could.
Get your phone on you at all times.
They could, right?
Yeah.
And now they want to get you to, because you already kind of accept that they already can track you. Now we're willing to just allow them to.
If you download the app, you say?
Well, they're trying to roll this new program out where they're going to try to do contact tracing through an app that people will download on their phone. And everybody's very open to it. Everybody's very open to it because we've kind of been numbed by the, oh, well, they already track us anyway thing. So it's that little thing of like, well, it's already being done to, all right, we allow it. You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't think we've come to that point.
Just wait. Just wait.
People will be like, nah, I'm not going to download this app.
I'm not going to download that shit. Fuck
Bro,
out of here.
I'm not leaving the house.
Fuck out of here. I'm not downloading that shit.
I'm not going to download shit.
You suck my dick.
From 6 feet away.
From 6 feet away, you can suck my dick. I'm not a fan of Big Brother, bro. And you know, I'm pretty sure that Bloomberg is the one that's pushing that whole thing. And I never liked Bloomberg since the day he raised cigarette prices in New York and taxed them shits. They went from $5.50 up to 13 something over the course of a couple years through tax after tax because he thought that he knew better than you about what's good for your health.
Second, guys, I'm sorry. Hello?
Who's this?
Probably Bloomberg calling him like, yo, shut that motherfucker up.
That was Bloomberg, wasn't it?
That was your boy Mikey?
Who? Oh, Mikey Bloomberg.
Your boy Mikey Bloomberg?
My boy Mikey Bloomberg. That's one of those robocalls. Dude, I've been getting...
It was a yo!
I've been getting more frequent Asian robocalls, bro.
What did I say, boys?
I've been blocking every single one.
As soon as China started opening up again, those spam calls were gonna roll in. I already got 2 today.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. That's why iPhone has this like option that you can silent mute all the unknown calls.
I wish I could
It's got the
I just
same
want to translate them instead.
again.
I just want to translate.
iPhone literally has an option for that, which is dope. You should download that, Omar. It's just like a robocall killer. It just doesn't pick up any unknown numbers.
Nah, bro, I should track you.
You better watch out, bro.
Nah.
I could find a conspiracy in anything.
Well, the iPhone comes with it.
So don't make me force a conspiracy out of that.
I need to have unknown numbers call me because I have my work numbers directed to my phone. That's why I answer every call. It sucks, but that's why I answer every call. More often than not, it's just robocalls.
I just want to get them translated because it's probably some shit. They're probably just calling you like, this is a call
They're just selling you something.
to let you know that you suck, America. Eat this fucking virus. I sent it there, you bitch. I hope you're sick.
This is a call about your extended car's warranty. That's really what those are.
They're just scams.
We're calling
Scams, they
from
spam to like every number.
Shangsing Palace, where we need you to help us
Every
fix $50,000.
Welcome to the WAB. I'm gonna make that the intro. Boom. Boom.
Boom.
Is that another backwards?
This is only my second.
Only my second. Dude, if I smoke 2 backwoods in a week, if I smoke 2 backwoods in a year, that's a lot.
Yo. Don't nobody smoke like me. Nobody. No Snoop Dogg, no Wiz Khalifa, none of them.
Yo, that video you guys sent, I forgot which one you sent it, where like Snoop Dogg has his own blunt roller.
No doubt.
That's crazy.
Bro.
Snoop, yeah.
Guy makes like $54,000 a year. What?
Yeah, his title is Blunt Roller.
Man.
Snoop Dogg's the only one who I would say maybe, just maybe, can rival me a little bit in how much he smokes. Because he's just got so much more money. Like you say, if his blunt guy's making 50 G's a year, I'm curious how many blunts he's rolling a year. I'm curious.
And he just has a feeling whenever he looks at you and you look like you need a blunt, he just rolls one up and gives one to you.
Like, yo, Snoop, how many blunts do you really smoke in a day, bro? Like, for real.
Probably 4. I'd say.
What? That's what you would say for Snoop?
For Snoop? Yeah.
That's
4.
an insult. Even I know he smokes more than 4 a day. Come on.
I don't know. You think so?
Well, if he doesn't, he needs to give me the fucking crown and step aside, because 4 a day is anemic. Jesus Christ. Who does that? I might as well just quit cold turkey.
Dude, I smoked like half of a joint today, and I'm still
Liddy.
Quarantine got me fucked up. I'm going through 2 packs of woods a day.
It's the 5th time I went out to get greens for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm about to use all these packs of woods though, just from quarantine. I've only been collecting packs from quarantine, and I'm gonna make a big ass fucking art mural on one of those canvases. I'm just debating on how to do it. How much effort I'm trying to put in. If I'm trying to just like glue them shits on there somehow, geometrically, or if I'm trying to really chop them shits up and try to do some crazy fucking collage fucking shit with all
them up. If you chop them up, you should at that point just like cover that shit in that like, it's not a cedar, what is it? Like a thick piece of, like, it looks like glass. Make a tabletop out of that shit.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea either. I can make it my table to the fucking desk.
Yeah.
Now I was thinking about chopping them all up and like, you know, like chopping them and cutting like all the little pieces and taking every little piece of pack like this and putting them together, and then all like the little pieces from here and putting them together, and then like gluing all those little shits together into like big pieces and sections, so that it like makes a picture, but it's all made out of these things just glued up there and chopped up. So like it'll look like a picture, but when you get in, it'll just like, this shit is like all backwoods pack. Yeah.
Oh shit.
But that's like weeks of work, which for me means days. And I don't know if I'm trying to do days of work right now.
That's a lot of days of work, bro.
I'm much more highly efficient than the normal person, all right? Especially in quarantine. You saw the fire pit we put together in just a couple hours. Sent you the picture.
That shit was nice, bro.
Came out pretty nice.
Yeah, that looks legit.
That was only about 4.5 hours of work.
Yeah.
And that included like a whole bunch of yard cleaning.
I want to make like a cement fire pit, man. You ever seen those videos? The guy like he gets like this fucking these big panels of wood, and then like he like has like a mold essentially.
You make a form.
Yeah.
So I was looking into doing a lot of cement work like a couple months ago because I want to pave the driveway. It's expensive, but it's super easy to do. Like once you see someone do it and you understand the workings of how it goes and like the science of like how long it takes to set up, and then how you got to wet it afterwards the next day and stuff so that it like doesn't dry out and crack, and there's a whole bunch of shit to it. But it's not as hard as you would think. And then I'm walking home yesterday from the ice cream truck because I heard the ice cream truck around the corner yesterday, and he don't bust a right down my block ever. So I was like, I'm gonna catch him before he tries to run away. And my neighbor around the corner, he's redoing the side curb all the way down his driveway. He has a tall, like 2-foot high concrete curb that's kind of a retaining wall also to hold back the dirt from the neighbor's property. And it just started crumbling on him with the weather over the years. And he's got, just like you say, he got a wood form set up in his driveway, and it's literally just, it looks like a framed out wall laying down. Just some 2x4s holding a piece of plywood on the right, and then he just fills the concrete down and then smooths off the top. Lets that dry, pulls the form off, moves on to the next section, connects them with a little bit of rebar, Super simple shit. Like a fire pit, bro, we could, if you really want to do that, man, start putting up like what you want it to look like, we could definitely do that easily. Easily.
You just found this new business.
Put some like crazy design.
Making fire pits.
Make it.
I like repurposing shit. Like I don't like buying a whole bunch of new shit. Like I kind of like the whole idea because I got the backyard that my pops, as a contractor, he just collected all sorts of scrap shit over the years that he brought back from jobs. Extra wood, extra concrete, extra this, extra that. And he just hoarded it for 30 years. And then he retired and left it all here like, yeah, feel free to clean it.
Nice.
And I've done a hell of a job. 3 dumpsters and all. Like Omar was here, you were here. We went through a lot of shit back there. Got rid of like 3 cars. And I've almost got rid of it all. But the best thing is to like take that shit he left and repurpose it. So like all that gravel I made for the fire pit was old bags of concrete that my pops had just like had outside and got wet and they got hard. And I just threw them into fucking barrels and smashed them with sledgehammers until they were gravel. And free gravel, bro.
Yeah.
So
where'd you
your
get
driveway
those rocks? Those colored rocks. Where'd you get those colored rocks?
My gravel,
flat
bro.
Rocks.
With the flat ones?
Yeah.
We've had those for years in the yard. They've just been underneath all the crap. Like we used to have a little stone pathway in the backyard before it got covered. I just cleaned them off and dug them out.
Oh, those are the paths.
Those aren't the paths. Those aren't the paths to the deck. No. Like all around the yard, bro, scattered at all the edges, like over years, like dirt and leaves and shit just covered them. And like now that I'm cleaning and raking and getting rid of all the dirt and the leaves, I'm finding like, oh, there's a little edge of a rock, And then you clean it off more and you see that it's a fucking
whole panel,
foot square slate.
Yes.
Wow. And I've got about 30 or 40 of those like scattered around the yard. I remember
Where'd you
when I
get
was
those?
Scattered around the yard.
Bro, I remember when I was a kid. When I was a kid, my pops took like a couple of years and he just like went crazy, like setting up his backyard nice, like he built a deck. He fucking built flower beds and garden beds for vegetable gardens and shit. He had a brick pathway. He set up all those slate things as like nice little random patchways in the grass. He had gardens of fucking flowers around the side. Like he had that shit hooked up, bro. It was gorgeous when we were kids. And then he started hoarding. And they started getting covered up with shit, And bro, wait till you see when Thomas takes the Camaro out of here and you get to finally see like the actual side by that side shed. Like there's an entire like 6x6 section of all those rocks that's just right in front of the shed. Nice little pathway there. But it's just covered with dirt.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Big rocks. You just had those too, right?
Yeah, we got cobblestones that are all around the yard.
He's got big ass rocks everywhere.
Bro, they ripped down the fence next door when they were doing construction. And all the way down the property line, I found about 150 bricks just buried along the fucking property line. I pulled all those out, just filled it with dirt. That's what I made the fire pit out of. That was about 70 bricks.
Yo, it's crazy how many bricks you need for a fire pit. Like, you don't realize, like,
it looks
a
small.
lot of.
You're like, oh, I mean, like maybe what, 50? It's like, nah, bro.
It's a lot of bricks.
Nah, bro.
You got
Dude, my fire pit was like over 100 bricks.
Yeah, you have a big square modern style fire pit. It's nice.
It's only square because it was easier to make.
Bro, we were gonna go square at first too, and then we were just like, fuck it, let's play. Whatever.
No, that round was real nice. I like your fire pit a lot. I wanted my shit big though because we got a huge grill. I want to grill like meats and shit on it.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be fucking sick.
That spindle, get that big pork.
Oh yeah, on the spit.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's roasted Hawaiian style.
I got to get firewood now, though. You know, now that I got the fire pit, I already ran through all my firewood from the tree they chopped down next door. So maybe next month or something, I might try to do something with the other tree in the backyard. Chop one or two of the limbs down.
Oh, word. Are they dry enough? How long does it take to dry those out?
So normally you'd have to wait a pretty long time to dry them out, but when they chopped the other two trees down, and I thought I'd have to wait a while for that, those trees were actually really dry. There was a lot of dry rotted limbs, yeah, so there's a lot of dead limbs.
Oh, shit.
And I'm looking at the other tree and it looks kind of the same, so I'm thinking there might be one or two dead limbs that are hanging over the neighbor's garage. So if I can get them down, you know, get some firewood and take away that fucking hazard waiting to happen. You know?
Yeah.
I figure Al goes up the tree. You and me hold the ladder.
Cut it up.
We'll be good. You can do this, right, Al?
Oh, you don't have one of those, like, it's like a stick with like a saw at the end, and you just like...
I have that, actually.
Do you? Of course you do. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
Bro, my dad hoarded everything. If you name some shit you need for, like, some sort of a manual labor job...
Probably in that backyard.
I can go get it right now. Just name some shit. What you need? You need drills? Pick a brand.
Dude, you had that whole, like, fucking bench?
Still got that. We got a scaffold, like a...
That's right, that was a good one.
Take apart scaffold to build.
That was like in good shape.
All sorts of ladders and standoffs and fucking platforms and welding and it's fucking crazy back there. But this summer, you guys definitely need to come out if once all this settles down.
Hang near the fire.
Hang nowhere near each other.
6
The
feet.
fire will kill it in the air. We all hover near the fire.
Bro, that's why you gotta smoke weed, man. Weed kills corona.
You know that?
I've known this for years. I used to get so drunk off corona.
I've known this for years.
I used to
At
get
the end
so
of the night,
drunk.
I would go home and I would smoke a fucking fatty, and I would sober right up.
Weed kills corona.
Scientifically proven, bruh. By no one.
Yo, Al, before we started, you were in the middle of talking about something, and then I feel like we never got back around to it.
The first movie you watched?
Oh, that's right.
What were you saying?
My
that you
first
had
movie
seen?
I watched. Huh? Yeah.
Because Omar had said he had seen some shit, right?
I think the first movie I watched was probably Oliver and Company.
Are we talking about
The
like?
cartoon?
Are we talking about like movie or like movie?
Movie theater. I thought we were talking about movie theater.
Movie theater. First time you gone to a movie theater, what did you watch? Mine was The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Oh, wow. That was your first movie?
Yeah.
Wait, how old are you?
19.
We're gonna beep that out. Beep beep.
I couldn't even tell you the first movie I went to at a movie theater because I know for a fact that I've been to a movie theater when I was younger than the memory that I'm remembering. Because the movie I remember at the theater was Dante's Peak, that volcano movie with Pierce Brosnan.
That's not even that old.
But that was, that's old, bro. I was in...
That is old.
I was in 5th grade, so that's 95, 96.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you definitely saw movies way before 95.
I'm trying to think in the movie theater though. Like I feel like I remember going to the movie theater before that with like, you know, aunts and uncles, like some sort of like cousins thing.
You were in 5th grade in '94.
I feel like I went a little bit younger to a movie because I remember going to Sunrise movie theaters, which if anybody knows back in the day,
with the metal detectors, bro.
Right, like I think that was the first place I went. I can't remember what movie I saw though, because I was so young. All I remembered being so young was that I was going through metal detectors in a movie theater.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening right now?
Dude, because of that movie theater, when I went to any other movie theater, I was like, yo, there's no metal detectors here? I don't feel safe. Because I thought that was what you needed to have at a movie theater.
Like that was the norm.
Yeah.
Bro, weirdest thing as well. When I didn't see it other places, I was just like, what is going on?
Something's wrong here. I don't feel safe.
What was yours?
Dante's Peak. What about you, Al?
What?
What did you see at the movies?
What about you? What are you talking about?
I told you. The Mask.
Oh, that's right. What are you, high? What about you, Al?
Power indicator. Power indicator.
Oh, dude, my friend was talking about them remaking the Hercules movie, and
oh wow,
not that Hercules, the Disney Hercules.
Bro, I thought Kevin Sorbo also.
Makes sense.
Because
totally makes sense.
I was going through my movies the other day and I found a bootleg movie that the cover was Kevin Sorbo and Danny Trejo.
What?
It was like some weird bootleg machete type movie.
Yeah, for sure it would be like that.
Starring Kevin Sorbo. Danny Trejo.
Machete.
So yeah, like they asked the dude who played LeFou in. I mean, this is a story I heard. I don't know how accurate this is. I couldn't give a shit either. But like the story that I heard is they asked the dude who played LeFou in Beauty and the Beast to be the Danny DeVito character, and then he turned it down. He said you could just get Danny DeVito, and it's like, oh, that makes sense. And then like not only can you get Danny DeVito for that movie, you could also get James Woods for that movie.
Who's James Woods?
The bad guy.
Thanks. But who's James Woods?
Oh, in real life? Family Guy. Come on, man. I've got.
I was thinking that, but I'm trying to think of the real person now in pictures.
The old guy? The old guy that sings like that?
That's James Woods. Sharon Stone movie with I think Sylvester Stallone.
That sounds familiar.
I don't even remember what the movie was. I just know he grabbed her titty at like near the end. And as a kid, I was like, sick, I want to do that.
Was that the one where Stallone was like a bad cop or some shit?
There's so many of those.
It's true.
There's Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Yo, one of the youngest movies I remember is, and I don't remember the movie, but I just remember seeing this movie all the time, was Throw Mama from the Train. I'm looking that shit up right now, bro. I'm pretty sure it was a Danny DeVito movie.
Danny DeVito.
And that tall white dude.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That was in like that movie. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, she was like a fucking awful lady.
Yeah, like the mom was like a bitch.
Oh, wow.
Billy Crystal was in it. It was him and Billy Crystal. And the mom was, is the mom the lady from the Goonies or not?
I've never seen the Goonies, I wouldn't know.
What?
Yeah.
Boo this man. Boo this man.
I've been over this. I've never seen the Goonies.
We never been over this.
But Thanos is in the Goonies, that I know.
Boo this man. Don't say Thanos is in the Goonies, okay?
Thanos is in the Goonies, bro.
That's not how you describe, like, the Goonies to someone. Fuck that, all right?
I've never seen the Goonies.
Rudy's
Say
Goonies.
die.
Never seen the Goonies.
Rudy's in the Goonies.
Yeah,
Don't say
Rudy is in the Goonies. That's right. Never say die.
Messed up that the big brother got the better movie career than Rudy.
Rudy. Serious? Are you serious right now? Rudy has accomplished the highest of tasks. He's Samwise Gimli. He carried Frodo up that fucking mountain.
Yeah.
That's a supporting role.
Oh,
Not a Lord of the Rings fan so much, you know.
that was crazy. That's Rudy.
Not that big of a... Yeah, I'm not trying to shit on Lord of the Rings too much right now. I'll just pass on this one.
Lord of the Rings is dope.
Wait. So you've watched Lord of the Rings, but you're not trying to watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I just never watched the whole series of Game of Thrones. It's like, what's going on? I never watched it.
You like Lord of the Rings. You need to stop fucking around and watch Game of Thrones.
Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, they're like super similar, but like
So
Game
different.
of Thrones is like if Lord of the Rings had a bunch of sex added into it. Really?
It's not even that much sex. It's a lot of violence.
What?
There's sex. It's not that much sex.
They put enough weird sexual context into there that it's always sexual.
It's almost like realistic.
Yeah.
Dude, all the killing is so realistic, it sucks.
Isn't there dragons and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's trust me, it's way more realistic than Lord of the Rings.
It's alright. Wait till we make our movie. That shit's gonna be way better. Once WAB production starts up
The WAB.
and we do our time travel movie, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah. Back to the WAB.
Yeah, boy. What y'all guys got planned for the rest of the day?
Editing a Call of Duty.
Nice. What you doing today?
Call of Duty.
Is it raining out there by you guys?
Yeah.
It's dark over here, but I don't know if it's raining. I can't tell.
Okay.
Is it raining hard by you or just like a drizzle?
It's not raining yet, but it's definitely looking like it's gonna rain soon.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get some gardening done, but maybe not.
Well, yeah, it might rain around like in an hour or so.
Yeah, I'll probably just pass on the gardening today then. Might have to turn into chest day. Hit the bench.
Hit the reps.
Yo, man. You guys better be working out, man.
Dude, I haven't done any of that. This is my workout.
Once quarantine's over. Shit. Summer's coming quick, boys.
Yeah, summer's almost here.
Summer's coming quick.
Someone's almost here. Summer is coming.
Make sure the first time that you see your girl again, you're in shape. All right, Al? You gotta get
Very
buff.
sorry.
Oh yeah, you lost weight though, right?
Yeah,
You're still
very sorry.
looking skinny. You looking like the fucking Black Panther dude in that video, man.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
Black Panther video.
Damn, bro.
You didn't see that shit? Yo, that shit was crazy. He was in some video, like he did some Instagram live or like one of those shits, and he looked as thin as like 50 Cent in that movie where he lost mad weight.
Oh, he lost mad weight. The Black Panther, the actor.
Bro, yeah, he was super thin looking. It was a weird angle though. Like, you know, it's like one of those like from below's where like, you know, it makes your neck look longer maybe than it is, but at the same time, his whole face and everything was like very sucked
Oh
in.
yeah, he has like no neck.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like people thought he was sick almost. People always think somebody's sick when they lose weight. Even Thomas, people that work with Thomas when he lost weight on that keto diet, people were asking him if he was sick or some shit. Like, is everything okay, man?
Yeah.
Like, you gonna hit up this insurance or something?
Yeah, man, I'm not sure if how well you can see it.
Oh, actually, I can see it very well.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he looks skinnier. Yes.
You know, like his cheekbones are way too pronounced. His neck is thin as shit.
And we're not trying to talk ill of the man.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's just.
I hope he's all right. You know, I know it's for his role.
It just looks like you look like that, Al. You used to be very fat, and now look at you. You only take
So
up
my
half
goal.
the screen.
My goal is accomplished.
You got those abs yet? You got the fucking washboard abs yet? Let's get those going.
Almost.
It's like, what are you doing? I'm doing my laundry.
I think this has been a good episode of the WAB.
Word, it's time to cut it so I can get back to doing what I do best.
Three.
Boys, enjoy your day, man.
Two.
Catch you next time on the WAB, boys. On the Lab Podcast.
The Lab
The Lab.
Podcast 420.
Welcome to the
Don't
Lab.
forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.
If you guys got any topics you want to hear us talk about, we don't know what the fuck we're talking about half the time. So throw shit our way.
Word, give us some conspiracy theories to argue about. And aliens don't exist.